Maria, did you get the CMRR and stuff?
Yes, I have everything.
Okay. Better not click on that. Might get confused.
She's on the phone. The models.
Okay. Oh, good afternoon. This is cause number 2020-25068 in the interest of Miracle Young. Please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right. Please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Denisha Johnson. I'm the mother.
And for the state.
Marcella Turner.
All right. The court will note that Markham Donnell Young is the non-custodial parent. And he was personally served on August 29th, 2020 at 11:55 a.m. at 1979 Sugar Pine Circle in Houston, Harris County, Texas. He filed no answer, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
He was given further notice of this Zoom hearing by certified mail. It was delivered on October 17th, 2020. He's not checked in, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you. At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Johnson to the stand. Ms. Johnson, could you state your name for the record again once more?
Denisha Johnson.
And what is the name of the child before the court and that child's age?
Miracle Young. She's 10 months.
And at the time of Miracle's conception, were you sexually involved with anyone else other than Mr. Young?
No, ma'am.
And are you currently married?
No, ma'am.
And have you ever been married?
No, ma'am.
And you were not married at the time of her conception, is that also correct?
That's correct.
And is there any possibility that anyone else other than Mr. Markham Young could be the father of your child, Miracle?
No, no, ma'am.
And are you asking this court to establish the fact that Mr. Young is in fact the father of Miracle?
Yes, ma'am.
And have there ever been any family violence incidents to occur between yourself and Mr. Young?
There's just been a lot of threats. Like
And
he sent me.
When you say threats,
He sent me.
what exactly do you mean?
I'm sorry.
That's
He
okay.
sent me text messages saying how, you know, F me, F my baby. Like if he see us on the street, I'm going to get what's coming to me. All kinds of things like that, and pictures of guns and everything.
Okay. And has he ever made threats to do harm to himself?
Yes, he's very suicidal, like every other day, and he suffers from depression right now, and I'm concerned about that.
Okay, so have you ever actually heard him state that he would do harm? And if so, what did he say exactly?
He just he didn't say how. He just said he's gonna end this. I have text messages on that as well, and um, I have a lot of text messages on that. He never said how. He just says I'm just gonna end this, and y'all gonna pay for it or something. He said.
Okay. And is it because of those concerns? I'm sorry. And who makes the day-to-day decisions regarding Miracle?
Ma'am?
Who makes the day-to-day decisions when it comes
Oh,
to
me,
Miracle? And who
me.
takes Miracle to her doctor's appointments?
I do.
And who provides for Miracle on a daily basis?
I do with the help of my family.
And has Mr. Young ever contacted you to inquire as to Miracle's general welfare?
No, ma'am.
And has Mr. Young ever indicated any sign of willingness to want to be a part of Miracle's life and participate in co-parenting?
No, ma'am. I have tried on
And
several occasions.
okay. And for those reasons, as well as the family violence issues and concerns, is that the reason you're asking this court to appoint you as the managing conservator of this child?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And are you also additionally asking this court to appoint Mr. Young as the possessory conservator?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, due to the threats that you just testified to, has that given rise to safety concerns in regards to Mr. Young having your address if you were to move?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe that if he obtained your new address when that time comes for you to move, that him knowing where you live could cause you or the child harm or harassment or abuse?
Yes, ma'am. I feel like it will cause a problem. That would be a problem.
Okay. And are you asking this court to designate you as the managing conservator who determines where the child resides without regard to geographic location?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And has Mr. Young ever spent a significant amount of time with Miracle on his own?
No, ma'am.
And so if he ever decided at some point that he wanted to visit with Miracle, would you be agreeable to him visiting Miracle based off of a modified possession and access order until she turns age 3, and at that point would turn to the standard possession and access order?
Yes, ma'am.
And to your knowledge, is Mr. Young currently employed?
Yes, he is.
Do you know exactly where he works and what he does?
I don't know the company, but I know that he is like a transporter when he transport like mobile homes and big, like different parts across the, I don't know. I know that he's a transporter or whatever it's called.
Okay. And do you have any knowledge as to what he might be earning?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay. And you understand that because we were unable to locate any wage information on him, that as a result, the minimum wage presumption would apply in this case. Is that correct? Did we
Yes,
discuss that?
yes, ma'am.
And to
Yes,
your
ma'am.
knowledge, does Mr. Young have any other children other than Miracle?
Yes, ma'am. He has 3 other children.
And does he have a child support order for those 3 children?
Yes, ma'am.
And is there private medical or dental insurance available for Miracle?
No, ma'am.
And are you asking this court to order cash medical support in the amount of $35 to begin December 1st of 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you additionally asking this court to order child support in the amount of $163 to begin December 1st of 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
And since Miracle's birth, has Mr. Young ever provided financially for Miracle?
No, ma'am. He just bought 2 boxes of Pampers, and that was all.
And have you and Mr. Young ever lived together since the child was born?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
And are you requesting retroactive child support, that's also known as back child support?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking this court to enter a judgment for retroactive child support as of today's date, November 17th, 2020, in the amount of $1,956.
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking this court to order $80 on that judgment until it's paid off, to be paid beginning
Yes.
November 1st, 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
And that payment's going to be every month, starting on that date. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And you are not seeking retroactive medical or dental support. Is that also correct?
That's correct.
And are you asking this court to order that your address not be disclosed in this order due to the family violence and safety concerns that you testified to previously?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking this court to approve this default?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe this order to be in the best interest of Miracle?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness. Hello?
The court will approve the
Hello?
orders as submitted. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yeah, what's happening with that Lopez case? I've got it minimized here. What are we doing?
I have to come back to them. I'm going back over right now to talk about what we've already talked about, but I'll be back
Well, I mean,
shortly. I'll be back shortly.
let's get it done.
Okay.
All right. All righty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Johnson, you can hang up,
Yes.
and that's it for today, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.